big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Earth signs, sun, moon and rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, sun, moon and rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 8th of April, you have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries at 19 degrees and 22 minutes. This potent celestial event marks the onset of a period characterized by increased vitality and significant fresh starts centered around change, rejuvenation and revival. With Mercury retrograde simultaneously in Aries, your attention may shift towards revisiting past pursuits or seizing opportunities for renewal rather than embarking on entirely new ventures. Take the time to ponder areas in your life ripe for development and growth, and stay open to the transformative energies unfolding during this eclipse phase. For a detailed insight into the impact of the solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde in Aries on each zodiac sign, please watch my comprehensive videos on said transits. On the 9th, the moon moves into Taurus. Seize this moment to ground yourself amidst the shifting tides of change and upheaval. Engage in activities such as mindfulness, meditation, or communing with nature to establish a firm foundation in the present. When faced with potential conflicts or power struggles, approach challenges by seeking novel solutions that foster harmony and collaboration. On the 10th, Mars aligns with Saturn in Pisces. This period may bring about frustration or conflicting forces colliding. Mars, known for its impulsive nature, clashes with Saturn, the keeper of time. This presents a unique challenge for you to navigate. Consider engaging in physical activities or exercise to channel excess energy and gain perspective on any emerging issue. On the 11th, the moon in Gemini forms a trine with Pluto in Aquarius. Prepare for heightened emotional experiences during this phase. You may find yourself awakening to dormant emotions, causing you to long for adventure, exploration and physical development, as well as the personal development, darling dears. Consider decluttering your living space or embracing a new look to align with the transformative energies at play. On the 12th, the moon in Gemini squares Mars in Pisces. Exercise caution to sidestep potential disagreements, especially with individuals of the opposite gender. Be mindful of your spending habits and refrain from suppressing your emotions during this period of heightened tension. On the 13th, the moon squares Neptune in Pisces. Focus may prove challenging during this transit, with a propensity towards dreaminess and passivity. Guard against self-deception and wishful thinking by taking deliberate steps to ground yourself in reality. Avoid stimuli such as horror movies that may disrupt your peace of mind and lead to unsettling dreams. On the 14th, the moon in Cancer aligns harmoniously with Saturn in Pisces. This period offers fantastic conditions for conducting business meetings, particularly with authoritative figures. Seek support and counsel from women whose insight may prove invaluable at this time. Exercise emotional discipline to navigate decisions with lucidity and assurance, especially in financial matters. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising Earth signs, welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your messages for the next 7 days. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive in and unpack. Give it a good shifty. Oh, good golly and gosh. You have the energy of a 3. We'll put it to one side and we'll get back to that in a minute. But first, we're going to look and see where you are, Big Cat. You've actually landed on a 4. This speaks about it going to be an extremely prosperous, gaining money, a monetary week for you, darling dears. Your name is, was it? Fat Wallet. Over the next 7 days. An increase in your income, an upturn in your business, darling dears. But then again, prosperity and wealth can come in many ways, shapes and forms. Not just Skrilla.com. That's the money, the folding stuff. It could be in the form of health, darling dear. Information. And support. Remember, I told you that. You may live in the southeast, or something from the southeast will be coming towards you over the next 7 days. Okay. The energy of the 4 is also a reminder for you to what? Build a stable foundation. This is about you what? Focusing on your goals, your dreams, and your wants, darling dears, because they are within what? Smack in reach, darling dears. Smack in reach. The negative side to the 4 is about you watching for yourself being overly stubborn over the next 7 days, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. Why? We can always learn something new, darling dears. That's the whole point of us being here. Let's press on at a hot trot. So you have the energy of a 3. The energy of the 1 is about a major decision that you're going to have to make, darling dear. But you are being guided by spirit not to make that major decision, right? Number 1, it should be an informed decision. Number 2, don't make it until after the next new moon, which is in Aries. On the 8th of April, the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. I've already put out the video for that. Go and watch it, darling, just to see how it's going to hit your sun, moon and rising sign. So don't make a major decision till after this date. And it's also what? Pay attention to everything, darling dears. Pay attention to your communications, your written communications, your physical communication, darling dears. It's also what? It's about you inquiring. Make sure that you scrutinize all pieces of paperwork that you have to sign or you're putting out there in the next 7 days. The energy of the 2 speaks about good fortune for you, darling dears. Yes, it does. Good fortune in the form of if you've got travel plans, you're going to be getting compliments, gifts. And it's also the what? The luck of money as well. The energy of the 2, darling dears. Why? The 2 is also the 2nd house. The 2nd house of values and resources. Okay. So the overall energy is a 3, darling dears. Your life path number could be a 3, or your birth date or a special birth date or number or day in your life is represented by the number 3, 12, 21 and 30. The number 3 is represented by the letters C, L and U. The number 3 is ruled by Jupiter, the planet for higher learning, legal situations, or you may be in the legal field. But it's also about travel and expansion, especially foreign travel, darling dears. Jupiter represents the letters C, G, L, S. So you have C, G, L, S and C, L, U. You are in tip-top creator mode, darling dears, and it's also about you continuing to motivate yourself, because whatever you've been working towards is within your fingertips, darling dears. Slapping distance. Your luckiest numbers over the next 7 days will be the 3, 6 and 9. Your luckiest days will be Thursday and Sunday. The numbers that may cause some controversy in your life will be the numbers 4, 7 or 8. In astrology, the number 3 is represented by a trine. It speaks about opportunities that you create through your natural talents and skills. Love it. The number 3, darling dears, is represented by the Empress, the Hangman, and the World card in tarot. So it speaks about your growth. It also speaks about you what's understanding the value of self-worth, self-care, and self-love. You may be a mother or father in a situation, or pregnant, and even as we speak, it speaks about you what's seeing things from a different perspective, no longer sacrificing yourself to situations that no longer serve you. The World card, the situation's over, but someone or someone's would still like a second chance with you. One more round, Julie, with your hairline. Hey, baby, you better be on the alert. Peter 5'8", up in this bitch. Remember I told you that. We don't go backwards, ever forwards. Remember Lot's wife, Salt Bay. The energy of the 1-2, darling dears. It speaks of somebody from the past. As I said, somebody wants to jettison back into your life. Good golly and gosh, like a fart lingering. Someone from the past is going to try and contact you. They're going to see you as an old friend and you see them as an adversary. And why is the devil what? Coming, trying to get back into your life. You're going to beg God for deliverance from them, darling dears. But it's also about you expecting the unexpected over the next 7 days. It may not be the results you was looking for, darling dears, but it's the ones that you deserve, which is being gifted to you. Remember I told you that. It's an extremely fortunate period for you, the next 7 days. Okay. Someone from the past wants to come through. Let's go with the intuitive cards first of all. What do they want? Why now? Why are they coming through now? Let's give it a good shufty. Top card is what? They're a shape-shifting Judas in a Peter suit. Good golly and gosh, darling dears. Be on the alert for a shape-shifting Judas. Over. Yeah. Somebody who's going to what? Be blame-shifting and mean. Turn everything on you, darling dears, in order for them to look better and for you to accept their abusive ways. It must be abusive if they're not your friend anymore, because earth signs are generally extremely loyal. Okay, so it's a shapeshifter, right? Come on, cards. Tell us something else. Right? Somebody who underestimated you, darling dears. They had you as a victim of hate from the gate. This was a pretenemy, darling dears. A pretenemy. A frenemy, pretenemy, a fakeazoid. Someone who cut you to the white meat is going to try and come back into your life. Yeah, base of the deck. It's because they're obsessively jealous of you. Okay. Let's get the Oracle Ancestral message. We're going to go with the distant traveler. If you know the proper name, please put it in the description box below. I have included it on my Amazon storefront if you want to pick up a deck. Follow the link in the description box below. Don't forget to like up the read, darling dears. Share this message with whomsoever you feel needs it. Right? Yeah. What did I say? Somebody's going to a faraway place. You may be going out to Asia, darling dears, or you may be of Asian parentage. But it's all about you being in the flow, darling dears. Seeing 2 lanterns, 2 lights for what? Enlightenment and something new being revealed to you, darling dears. And again, don't make any major decision until after the next new moon, which is on the 8th of April 2024. New moon solar eclipse in Aries. A total eclipse over the US, partial eclipse in the UK. They will be and NASA's firing 3 rockets into the eclipse. They're named after Apep, right? A god of chaos, darling dears. They're firing 3 rockets into the dark side of the moon of the eclipse. They're releasing the National Guards. CERN is firing up its Hadron Collider on the 8th, and the Mini Hadron Collider in Chicago, Illinois, has been fired up as well. It started yesterday, I believe. The National Guard is being deployed in the US of A. Yes, a lot of things are going on, darling dears. Base of the deck, darling dears, trying to keep you fogged in from what's really going on. When we see a building in the background, darling dears, and because it's covered by mist, it speaks about a new form of foundation. You creating something new for yourself, darling dears. A new beginning, it could also speak a new home, a new business, but something stable, something tangible is coming into your life. The fogged in is because you don't see it coming, darling dears. As I said, what you've been wishing and working towards may not be what you ultimately get, but it's what you deserve, and it will further your progress. Remember I told you that. Okay. Right. Let's get a deck. Anytime we're going through Mercury retrograde, which we are doing right now, it affects my speech and my sight. I get like a kaleidoscope of colors. It's like it's in the corner of my eye. Yeah. Right. For my single earth signs. No, let's go with the finances. What does the Skrillers and your work situation look like over the next 7 days? Well, this is a new beginning, darling dears. A new beginning. Somebody's a surfer. Okay. You've got the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Temperance. You're managing your money situation. Somebody's also nervous about their money at this moment in time. This could be someone who is a single parent, or you could be within a marriage. It speaks about what you're going to get a new opportunity, but this opportunity is you're going to have to give up something in order to get a progress in your finances or in your job, darling dears. The Temperance energy speaks about something that you've been working on for some time, darling dears. It's been a long time, but it was why it hasn't taken off until now is because you had to learn more things, darling dear. Swords is about what your intellect, your logic, as well as your knowing, your knowledge. You also have one foot in both worlds. You may even be a reader, darling dears, but you are highly psychic at this moment in time, highly intuitive, darling dears. Divine wants you to listen to your intuition, because there will be many there's going to be many opportunities, darling dears, because we've also got the Nine of Cups in the upright when we combine the two in the Temperance card, the one for the Queen, and the six on the Six of Cups. Six of Cups definitely says that somebody wants to return to a situation, darling dear. But if it's a work situation, don't do it. If it was bad the first time, just imagine it now that you've gone and left and come back. Yes. All of this and that, darling dears. The energy of the Nine of Cups is about what the universe grants in abundance to you, darling dears. You are about to get what? A proverbial genie in the bottle pertaining to your finances over the next 7 days. Let's split the deck. What did I say? Success. This again speaks about movement and as well as what? Travel, darling dears. Cancer as well as moon energy. Listen to your intuition. This is going to be, for some, it's going to be a major windfall. A major windfall. It could be because you're in a public speaking position. Yeah. This is about you giving strength to others. The universe is about to pay you back in kind, but there's a lot of jealousy and manipulation being sent your way. What about my single earth signs? Good golly and gosh, this is what? Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Did I say Skrilla? Did I say money.com, darling dears? This is a new beginning. Some of you are in a position of teaching or counseling, but it could also be you on the brink of going into a new organization or gaining some form of promotion. Okay. But this is about being a mentor or counseling. But a mentor or counselor, because a Hierophant usually represents a marriage, so something to do with a marriage situation and finances, darling dear. It's the truth, darling dear. Could be a family situation that is, somebody's been lying about finances in a family situation. My single earth signs, you're going to be finding this out over the next 7 days. Page of Pentacles, you may have as much as 2 progeny involved in a situation. Someone's been holding back finances, darling dears. Living a life like they are single. With no priorities. This goes to 3 of Pentacles, darling dears. But it doesn't matter. Whatever they did with the finances, yes, it's going to cause arguments, but ultimately you're going to be able to build a stable foundation for you and your progeny. If you're planning to travel over the next 7 days, it's not advisable for you to make spontaneous travel plans, darling dears. Plan them carefully because we are in Mercury retrograde. Okay. Base of the deck. You're not going to allow yourself to be burdened with the same problem again, darling dears. But this is about careful thinking. This is higher knowledge going within. When we see the Hierophant, it also speaks about the accumulation of knowledge. Remember, someone is obsessively jealous, and when they're jealous, they're narcissistic in a single white female kind of a way. And ecopraxic, which is a succubi or incubi, darling dears. But this is the releasing of a burden, a situation. I feel as though somebody's broken some kind of a generational curse, darling dears. Maybe you have 3 progeny, not 2. There's 3 pages on the tableau, darling dears. Good golly and gosh, just barely noticed it. When we see 3 pages, it speaks about what? Fakeazoid friends. Arguments, fighting, darling dears. People not wanting you to move on in life. But this is going to be a quick change in your situation, one that you don't see coming. The 2 of Cups is behind you, but again, it shows a lot of disappointment, envy, jealousy, and hate. But it's built on what? Guilt. Somebody feels guilt and shame pertaining to a circumstance that involves 3 progenies. Yeah, someone who didn't want the situation to be over with you. Yeah, but it was the best decision you ever made, darling dears. You've got unexpected finances coming towards you in a major way over the next 7 days, whether through work, a business. Okay. Oh. The energy of the 3, the Jupiter energy, is abundance. I can't make it up, darling dears. I cannot. Abundance on every level, in every way, is coming through, and it kind of looks like a tower moment, darling dears. The sudden change of it all, right? It's because of what you've put in, darling dears. But like I said, you're going to get a major return, but not in the way that you expected. Maybe you expected it a long time ago and you've been working hard towards it. Remember, I told you the wheel of fortune is in your favor. This Jupiter comes through with a 7. It speaks about the genius ideas that you put, ideas or ideals you was working with. The energy of the 7 is a highly spiritual number, darling dears. As I said, you may be a reader or have some kind of a or should I say spiritual practice. I nearly said psychic. Freudian slip meant to come out. Maybe somebody's getting the abundance of being able to use their abilities. Maybe you was unable to use them, darling dears, or was you blocked from using them in your childhood. Oh, those in a partnership or relationship, darling dears, something in the dark is about to come to light. Something that somebody's been living rent-free in someone's mind, darling dears, feeling trapped in a situation. Yeah. It can also speak about prison. Someone may be facing prison or being arrested over the next 7 days. We have the 2 of Cups. Clarify the 2 of Cups, please. Yeah. Good golly and gosh. We've got the Ace of Cups. Love don't live here anymore. And look what's turned over. 2 of Pentacles. Someone's going solo dolo. Tower moment. Feeling as though they've avoided some kind of disaster or disastrous situation, whether it's a relationship or partnership. We've got the 4 of Swords. This speaks about a lot of mental turmoil and torture. 6 of Swords on its face, darling dears. On its face. This is a situation where the other person is going to be unable to move on. They don't want to see their partner free. Yes, they're still attracted to them, but there was a lot of lies. And then somebody's also going to be discovering a hidden romance, a hidden relationship, darling dears. Something going on in the background, but your intuition always knew something was off. It was never a stable home. This person liked to argue and fight with you all of the time, darling dears. Yeah, no one's happy, not even the progeny. Yeah. Deciding to go solo dolo is not such a bad idea, darling dears. Especially why? Because you're going to be blessed with many different options and opportunities. Yeah. This is moving away from people that's betrayed you, tried to keep you in a box. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Roof, pinkies up. Yeah. A light is being shone, darling dears, on a situation. Certain things that are no longer serving you must be cut away, but you have to be brave. Why? Because favor favors the brave, darling dears, in order to move away from this situation. It's a destabilized situation, darling dears. Gain the perspective. Give back the wood, darling dears. No longer sacrificing again. Somebody's going to be calling the police, or the police will be called. Yeah. They're going to be called. Why? Because there's a lot of fighting, darling dears, with someone who is what? Handsy as well, darling dears. Ace of Swords is the truth roof. Not only are they handsy, they're a dick dealing mattress back, disingenuous to the core. Good golly and gosh, their soul is black hearted and mean. Remember I told you that. Sometimes when you refuse to leave an abusive situation, the universe will jump up and create a situation that you have no choice but to leave or run away like Tinky Winky. Anything else my earth signs need to be aware of? Definitely faraway places and in the flow. Somewhere where you... surfboarding, but it could be skiing, darling dears. Yeah, you're getting a new perspective, darling dears, realizing that you are not stuck, you're not a tree. You can change your life and your circumstance anytime you want. Yes, star card, healing a situation. Some of you earth signs may be stepping into the spotlight. This is a benefactor coming forward, darling dears. This is 2 major arcana. So if you have a business or a platform, you're about to be supported by someone who is what? Highly intelligent and in the know. Good golly and gosh. King of Swords in the upright to the Queen of Wands. I told you you're highly intuitive. This is a match made in heaven, whether it's platonic, romantical, or partnership, darling dears. Somebody's coming through to support your business or your studies. But this is also about you what? Healing on a subconscious level. It's time for you to what? Let go of what was keeping you stuck, because you have to remember, sometimes you can be kept stuck in a situation, but that's your comfort level. That's why anytime you try to get out of it or try to work on a new idea or way of being, your body, your subconscious mind will bring you back to that stuck stage. You have to go above and beyond over the next 7 days, darling dears, because this blessing is definitely coming, but you don't want it to keep you stuck, darling dears. The blessing that's coming through must be come through in this. It's going to come through to elevate you, but you have to be elevated to meet it halfway. Do you understand? Okay. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. The Teesprings is for the channel merchandise. Thank you very much for your continued support of me in these messages. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share these messages with whomsoever you feel needs it. And your comments are a survival kit for another big cat. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.